Hello guys, let's proceed with our system. Hello guys, let's proceed with our system. That is the village census per group management system. Therefore, I took you through the demonstration. Therefore, this is our main form. And then I just want us to see the tables that I have involved. Therefore, this is the first table. The table has the following data. We have the member ID, this one, and then down here I have put this format here to make sure that instead of 1, 2, 3, it will read something like personal ID 001, blah 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 blah, that way. Then we have the member name, which is text. We have the village, we have the gender, we also have the age, we have the elderly of data type yes, youth, data type yes, no, middle age, data type yes, no, child, data type yes, no, total, photo as attachment, and then we also have the disabled. Then on the other hand, we have the next table, the villages table. The villages table just has the two fields, as you can see. Therefore you have the that field as the village and then the village ID. Therefore, to start with, we launch Microsoft Access. Just go to right click, then you go to new database. Therefore, this is our Village Pro. Then we launch Microsoft Access, just like I have done. Enable the contents, go to create, then go to table design. Therefore, when you are in the table design here, this is where we shall do our stuff. Therefore, we have our member ID, auto number, then click on there, just go to format, have quotes, then this is our member, then put 000, we want it to be 000 so that you can have 3 characters. Then we have our member name, we have village, we also have the gender, we also have the age, then we have the elderly, we also have youth, we have middle age, we also have the child, whether somebody is a kid, total, we have photo, you also have disabled. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we just use the lookup wizard. Therefore, the lookup wizard we launch. We go to option number 2. I'll type next. Here we have no as default. Then we have yes. That way. Yes. Then you click on next, finish. Then in the same context, just go to default value here and set default value to no. Therefore, default value to no. That one will make sure that the field, the created field, will be no by default. Then you set the primary key. On the other context, just go again to create table. We create another table there. Therefore, our next table is village ID. Therefore, village ID, we go to auto number, then just go down here, format. Then we have double quotes, we have village ID quotes 00. Then go up here, type the village, the village is the primary key there, and text. Then save this one, save it as villages. Good. Then run the villages. If I can have our village here, as you can have Nairobi, Cairo, you can also have Bujumbura, you can also have Dar es Salaam, you can also have Kampala. Therefore, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that village 001 instead of 1, 2, 3. But when you click here, it is 1, 2, that way. But we introduce a prefix. Now that you have the villages, you can cross the villages, go back here to village, create a relationship, go to lookup wizard, then use option number 2. I want the lookup to look from another table. Go to next, next, then send everything to the right. Then next, next. Here we shall have the village and then that one. Next, next, then finish. Then here just hit on yes. Then our table here is members. Therefore, that is our table. Our table is members. Then you have the gender. Again, go to lookup wizard. Go to the next option. I will type in the values I want. Next. Therefore, here by default we shall have male, then female. By doing so, hit next, then finish. But on the other hand, we also have the total. This one should be number. Then this one's here. This one should be yes, no. Tap Y, tap Y, tap Y, tap Y. Then photo here. This one should be attachment, data type. Therefore, you change that one to attachment. But instead, it insists just retype it again. Photo. We opt to have chosen the data type from the word go. Therefore, just go to this point, click on attachment. Then, ladies and gentlemen, our table is complete according to that. Therefore, the next thing is to create our form. Therefore, we shall create our form now, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, to design our form, we just go to create here. Then you can just go ahead and use the form wizard. Then choose here members, send everything to the right hand side apart from these ones. These ones are not supposed to go to that part. They're only the photo. Then go to next. Here choose tabular. Next. Our form should be called members, then finish. Therefore, this is what we have, ladies and gentlemen. It has created itself, but we need to edit a bit. Therefore, take the size of this one, go to desk design, go to properties. Therefore, here this you take the height. The height is this one here. Therefore, this is the height. You choose the height, copy, Control C. Then I just choose everything here. I want everything to be that size apart from photo. So I go to height and paste. And then I just lose focus or just remove the cursor from there. Then I need to increase reduce the size of my photo. Therefore, I just need to have a small photo there. Then on the other hand, I can now just adjust these ones and just pull some of these things to just pull these ones to this edge so that I can be in a position to edit this. Therefore, after having done that, the edge should be smaller in size, and therefore these ones can just be somewhere there, so that I also take this backwards so that I can have the youth, can also have the mid-row there, then I can also have the child there. But this is for the youth. For the mid-row here, just go back to add existing, bring the mid-row edge here, since I cannot see this one here, the mid-row edge there. So I can also verify whether this one's that one is elderly, that one is youth, this is then we have the child. If we just have a bit of just bring this one here back, mid-range. This one should be somewhere there. That is for the mid-range. Then go to label, just add it there. That is for the mid-range. Good. Therefore, after doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I just now needed to do a bit of formatting. That is a bit of formatting to my content here. Therefore, just do it that way. Just need to do a bit of formatting to my table, and therefore you just need to have that one. You add the color, you add the picture as I am doing. If I just assume that I need to take you through this, because actually many teachers will skip, but the student loses the focus. Therefore, I just want you to have the focus from the word go until we finish on this system. Therefore, that is the total. Also, this one can be pulled there. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, after doing this, just bring this one somewhere there. This is members details that way. Then you need to bring this one upwards, but you can still make sure that the ID is visible that way. Then also this one is somewhere. This one goes near there so that the village can be vivid. Then this is our photo. You can also right click, add the fill color. Like now I can have that one there. Then I can also add the logo here, design, just go to insert image. Then you can just go to pictures. Then for example, you can have this one as our image, as our logo. Then go to design properties, go to where you can see zoom there. Then you can make it creep. Then have the title of our system, design, go to label, draw the label here. Therefore this one is our village census age groups management system. Then to increase the font, you click outside, then inside, go to format, go to this point here. You can add your colors just like I have done. Then this one can also be edited a bit that way. So when I save this one, I just run. Ladies and gentlemen, you realize that so far I don't have members keyed in, and therefore the system just looks like this. But on the other hand, I want us to make sure that whenever I key in the data here, whenever I key in the data as age, then the system automatically picks the type of this. Therefore, that is the next thing I want us to go through, so that you can see the code that I have used. And therefore, for that case, you need to identify the name of these ones. Therefore, for example, just go to property. This is called elderly. This is called this is elderly. This is youth. This is should be middle age. We can just have this one. Copy this. Just instead of J25, let that one have that name. Then this one, it should be child. This is the child text box. That way. Therefore, this is youth. This one is still insisting that we should call it check 27 for that case. Therefore, after doing that, I need to have the codes running here, and for that case, just go to you hit on this button, then go to this is for the elderly. Therefore, I just go to event, then I go to on roast focus. I choose an event procedure, hit the 3 dots. Then, ladies and gentlemen, here we shall use the case select. We shall use the case select to do that, and therefore we shall just come to this point and write select case age. Then case, you put the case for the elderly. For example, we shall have case is greater than 60 years. If case is greater than 60 years, then elderly that is elderly should be equal to -1. That means yes. Then end select. That is the code that will work there. Therefore, you only need to copy this code, copy, and then paste it down here. Therefore, we shall have check 27. That is if check 27. Then here we shall have case, for example, case that is for mid-range, case 40 to 59. Then this one is check 27. Check 27 equals to -1. Therefore, this one is for the next one. Then for the next one is you change this one. That one should be youth. Should be youth. Therefore, youth. Then we shall have here case 18 to 35. Then the youth here, the youth is true. If the youth is true. Then for the child, you also paste. Then this one should be case 0 to 17. This one should lead child. This one should lead the child. And therefore for that case, the child is -1. Therefore, mark for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can get a copy of these codes from my website. My website address is just below this video. Therefore, don't worry much about these codes. This is the code that we run behind the scene. Then we shall also go ahead and have to check the total code. Therefore, just hit on total, then go to properties, then on roster forecast of the total button, hit the 3 dots. Therefore, what will be the total? Therefore, the total should be equal to now check 27, that is the middle age, plus youth, that is plus youth, then plus child, then plus elderly, that way. That is time is -1. To remove that to -1, multiplied by -1. Therefore, that is the code that will work on the total. And therefore, for that case, if now we go to our system, we have now coded that. Then we shall also have the other code here, down here. That is the code for to calculate the sum here. Therefore, what you do, you just take a text box here and then draw a text box. Then inside the text box, you just type equals to sum of the field you want. Therefore, I want the field elderly. The field elderly. The field elderly. Then the field elderly across the bracket. Then on the other hand, I just bring this closer to this here. Then this one should be now the total elderly. The total elderly, but it is also important to bring this one to format. Then you take it to that other side and also highlight it, select it all, go to format, change these ones to bold. Therefore, the next point is just to copy this. Therefore, just copy this one, copy, paste, then change. This one now becomes the total mid-age. Then this one is the total youth. Then this one is the total children. This is the total children. Then from there, just change this. Therefore, this one is total. This is the total youth. This is the total. Oh, this is the total youth now. This is the total youth. Then this is the total mid-range. Age. Then this one is the total children. This is the total child. The field is called child. But at the end of the sentence here, you must multiply by -1. You also multiply by -1 everywhere. Therefore, you must multiply by -1. If we go to this one, go to properties. If I click on this field here, you should be in a position to see that I have multiplied with the -1. Yes, value is -1, and therefore you have to remove the -1 here by multiplying by -1, by multiplying by -1, also multiplied by -1. Only this one that should not be multiplied by -1. Therefore, to get the total population, it will now be the sum total. That is the sum total of this one. That is of this one. And therefore, for that case, you can also add some buttons here to add new. If we just go to this part, go to add new. Therefore, record operations, add new that way, finish. If we can have this one as for the add new. You can also add another button for refreshing data. That is form operations, refresh data next, text, finish. Therefore, this is that way. Then you can just change the color of this one's format. You can have them red. Then you can also change the color of those buttons, increase the font style a bit. Good. Then on the other hand, I assume you know how to create a report. Therefore, I can just get the report here. Therefore, just choose that way. Then go to report operations, preview report next, members report, then preview report next, finish. Therefore, this is the preview report button. Then you go to design, go to format, increase the font size, color, broad. Then you can also change the color of this button to something of the sort. Then after having done that one, in case I want to see the codes, just go to design, hit the view code. Therefore, you'll be in a position to see all the codes that I have used in the system. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to download a copy of this system from my website. That is www.kichaidon.co.ke. The URL of the address of that is website of mine is just supposed to be on my footer, just here. You can just check. Therefore, it is www.kichaidon.co.ke. This is the site where you can download free source code, especially for Microsoft Access and Visual Basic.net. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. See you in my next session.